What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys Gold Label DC Multiverse Kyle Rayner, the Green Lantern from Changing the Guard. And so here we have Kyle Rayner pose and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Kyle does come with two constructs. We do get a constructed katana, which does fit in his left hand, and he does get Green Lantern samurai armor that fits over the body. He of course does come with your McFarlane display stand, which other than that, he doesn't come with anything else. So with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at the gold label Kyle Rayner. And so here we have a closer look at the gold label Kyle Rayner, and overall really impressed by this figure. Even though he is 95% reuse of the Blackest Night Kyle, this is still a very impressive figure. Now, one thing to note is that the head sculpt is completely different from the Blackest Night Kyle. We can bring him out. Let's get him standing up straight. Really do like the heads on both these Kyles. However, I honestly feel like the heads are on the wrong body. I honestly think that this costume needs to have the smiling face, and the more serious face should be on the Blackest Night Kyle. But overall, it's still a very impressive look. I really do like the mask on Kyle. It's one of my favorite looks, and Kyle is my favorite Green Lantern, and I really do like the hair. Although I feel like his hair should be longer in this form, it's still a really impressive look. I love this head sculpt. I love both of them, but like I said, I feel like the heads are reversed, that this one needed the more smiling face. But yeah, very, very good. And I do think that the mask is a separate piece from the actual head. You can almost see like a seam line going through it, along with the hair. It's also a separate piece. Overall, really liking this head sculpt. Moving on to the costume, like I said, it is 90 to 95% reuse of the Blackest Night Kyle, where they have the exact same body. Everything on it is the same. The torso is the same, the mid-torso is the same, the crotch is the same, the thighs to the knees are the same, and then the shoulders to the bicep are the same. But yeah, you can see just how much reuse is on this Kyle, and I actually did call this. I said that McFarlane was going to release a classic costume Kyle using that body, and here we do have it. Now, I really do like the fact that they actually got his Green Lantern insignia right. I know when Mattel did this, they gave him the classic Green Lantern insignia with the two tones. That's not accurate. This is how Kyle's insignia looked when he first appeared in comics, so really good attention to detail by McFarlane. Absolutely love that. And just like with the Blackest Night Kyle, he actually has this really nice texture going throughout his body. Now, it is a little bit plain when you look at Kyle's uniform from the back. It's just black. That's actually how it was. He didn't have any designs on the back. He just had the white belly with the stripe and his insignia right here, which I think they absolutely nailed 100%. Moving on to his arms, where we have some more new parts. Going on to his shoulder, bicep, and elbow, they actually are the exact same as the Blackest Night Kyle. However, he does get new forearms and new hands, even though I think the hands might just be retooling with the new armored parts on them. They could actually just be brand new molds, but they do share similar shapes, so I'm guessing it is a retool. Really do like the fact that they added the armor plates to him. He has the elbow guards, which look fantastic. I love this design. Very good reuse and very smart new parts for Kyle here. And they even got his ring down. Although on mine you can see it is pretty sloppy. You can see the mold and the paint is completely off. I would have liked to see a different paint for that, just make it a little closer to what it should be. But yeah, very nice that we did get new parts. McFarlane could have easily pulled a Mattel and just painted this and his elbow green, but no, they went all out and gave us a brand new forearm, so that's really good. And like I said, the crotch, the thighs, and the knees are the same, but as far as his legs go, brand new legs, 100% new from the calf down, is completely new parts, and it's very good. Really do like the fact that the armor plates do have panel lining in them. They look really solid. I do like it. They have the knee guard right here, which looks very good. It would have been nice if it was actually going closer to the knee, but it's still a really solid look. Even the feet on this Kyle is completely different, where the original Kyle Rayner, bringing him on screen one more time, had completely smooth boots. His armor does continue on to his boots as well. So yes, McFarlane absolutely 100% paid attention to Kyle's details here, with the only complaint I really have, the head. The head is the only major complaint I have about the way they designed this figure. A simple head swap is in order, where I'm just gonna pop the heads and switch them around. But yeah, really do like the way Gold Label Kyle Rayner came out. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Kyle compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Kyle posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Kyle Rayner posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Kyle posed next to a Lightning Collection White Range and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And for one final comparison, here we do have the Gold Label Kyle Rayner posed next to the Blackest Night Kyle Rayner. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Kyle's articulation, where Kyle Rayner does sport the same articulation as the Blackest Night one. We do have a double ball joint, which does look up and down really nicely. Head tilt works fine, turns left and right. Arms are on a ball socket into the torso, so those do rotate up and down, forward and back slightly, out to the side very nicely, goes around no problem. We do have a bicep swivel, which works really good. Double bend in the elbow. Works about the same as the Blackest Night Kyle. The gauntlet doesn't get in the way, which is really good. He has a hinge in the wrist with it does go up or in and out, or up and down depending on how you have it situated, and then it does rotate on that pin. He does have a ball joint here at the torso, although it's a little bit stiff on mine. It does want to move, but I'm gonna have to work it a little bit more just because it is fairly stiff. We do get rotation out of that joint as well. We have another mid-torso joint, which does lean side to side, back and forward, as well as rotates. Legs do kick forward to about right there. They kick back pretty far, out to the side, no problem. A little bit of a thigh swivel here on Kyle Rayner. We have double bend in the knees. Could look a little bit better than that. That's kind of terrible and still terrible. No boot cut on Kyle, but we do have ankle rotation, a hinge in the ankle which goes all the way back, all the way forward. Forward facing pin for rocker ankle, and we can give him a true rocker ankle as well. And then finally, a very generous toe hinge. So overall, Kyle here has the same articulation, which was pretty good on that original figure, and it's still pretty good here on this figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Kyle posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Gold Label Kyle Rayner pose for my final thoughts, and overall, McFarlane has done a very good job with this figure. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's really hard for me to say which Kyle Rayner I love more. I really do like the Blackest Night Kyle Rayner just because that's one of my favorite comic book series in the last 10 years. And then this Kyle Rayner, it's a very classic looking costume, and it's really hard to say which one a person will prefer. If you're into modern comics, you might prefer the Blackest Night Kyle. If you prefer his classic look, this is going to be the figure for you. Overall, I'm really happy that McFarlane gave us the choice of having either or Kyle Rayner in your collection, and this Gold Label Kyle Rayner does so many things right with reuse, and then he has brand new parts which also helps make this figure feel fresh. I absolutely love the constructs. The katana looks very good in Kyle's hand, and the armor is well done and very nicely detailed. It even has a Green Lantern emblem on its chest, so yes, they did an exceptional job with this figure. If you are looking for the Gold Label Kyle Rayner, he is a Target exclusive, so at the time I'm making this video, he is barely starting to hit stores, and when I was going through my Target, I didn't see him in the section with the DC Multiverse figures. I actually found him in the section with the Legos, and that's where I saw the rest of the Gold Label series, the Deathstroke, Wonder Woman, and Black Adam. I absolutely needed to have Kyle in my collection because Kyle Rayner is my favorite Green Lantern, and having this figure in hand, it really does bring back memories of when he first came out, so I'm really happy to have him. If you are looking for this Kyle Rayner, go check out your local Targets. He is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video, so be on the lookout for this Kyle Rayner and the rest of the Gold Label series. With patience, you're probably going to get hold of this guy, and if you already have him in hand, you know how good this figure already is. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.